So we finally watched the movies. It's been a little while since we've recorded. So we'll go in backwards order from the newest of the ones that we watched, which we just watched The Cellar like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
This is currently on Shudder, just dropped today, and it stars Eliza Coothbert, I think is how you say her name. Mm-hmm. I know her from 24. Are you familiar with this actress?
No.
No?
No.
She made a horror movie called Captivity that was part of the After Dark Horror Fest, but it didn't make year one, but it still was released under that banner. It's a good movie. Anyway, so this is about a family who moves into a new house. We talk about this all the time on these movies, right? It's always the family moves into the new house. It's always, because it's like the unfamiliar location that makes you feel awkward. Mm-hmm. The first night in a new house is always like, where am I? What is this? Like, you're not used to your surroundings. You've been in another place for years, and then you're in this new place, and it's always like, so of course they always use that, because then it's like, once you're there, the hauntings have to start immediately, right? It doesn't take years to kick in.
No, it's like right away.
It's always got to be really quick. So anyway, there's a cellar, weirdly. Oh. The title wouldn't suggest that.
It's called The Cellar, but it takes place in the attic.
Right, so someone in the family goes missing. And so the family is investigating the disappearance. And they find that there are symbols throughout the house that will help them with this mystery. Overall, it's like a haunted house movie. I mean, it deals with some demonic stuff. So, I mean, typical
most haunted house movies deal with demonic stuff. So,
but overall, the movie's fine. I think that, it definitely suffers from feeling fairly generic. There are cool aspects to the film. What did you think?
Yeah, I thought it was fairly generic, but I like what the symbols are and kind of how that related to the story.
Right.
It was unique-ish. Mm-hmm. So I was into that part of it, but I actually really didn't like mostly the sound design in this movie. I feel like there was a ton of those kinds of sounds that just
stingers.
Yeah, I didn't like that. And I think that the music was just a bit overbearing. I think if they had done a really minimal sound design, it would have upped the creepy factor a lot for me. But because of that, it was very much like I'm watching a haunted house movie, and that's it.
The thing I didn't like the most about the movie is that no one seems to care as much as they should that this dog is missing.
That's also a major problem.
This is an inside joke between her and I. It's just a missing dog poster, and that's it. That's all it is in the movie. She sees a missing dog flyer thing, and we're just upset about it the whole time. Like, why? Why is that dog not being found?
Exactly.
Which I think kind of talks to the quality of the film a little bit, because if I was super engaged, I wouldn't be sitting there talking about this dog on a dog wanted poster that I nicknamed Patches because of his description.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was just like, where's Patches? Is this Patches?
Yeah.
Is the demon Patches?
We were making jokes throughout, which, our attention wasn't as, into the story as it could have been.
Yeah.
So.
It at the end of it, it has cool moments you can cherry pick, and the rest of it around that is just standard fare.
Oh my gosh. Every scene you were like, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. And then it just was exactly what you said. So it's very predictable.
Yeah, I called almost every single thing. There's no twists, no turns that you don't see coming from a mile away. There's missed opportunities for moments because they play with light and dimensional space, and I think that could have been used more effectively, and there's moments where I called something that should have happened, which would have been cool, and then it didn't happen. So I called all the generic things that happened, but then all the cool things I called didn't happen.
Yeah.
So that was what was frustrating me. It was like, okay, now this should happen. That would be really cool. And then it didn't. Yeah. And it was like, oh, okay, well, this will happen because it's lame. And it's like, that's what happens. And it's like, come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, come on, guys. So, yeah, it's okay.
It's fine.
It's watchable. It's a throw it on. You got nothing else to watch. It's on Shudder. But
if you haven't seen a lot of haunted house movies,
if you've never seen a single one, but even then, I would be like, go watch something else. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
You know, go watch Terrified, which is also on Shudder and is one of the best haunted house movies ever. So there you go. Yes. Or go watch fucking Don't Go in the House, one of my very favorite slasher movies ever, which is a haunted house movie too. In addition to being a slasher, so there's plenty of other great. So if you've never seen a haunted house
don't watch
movie,
this
is not the one to start with. But if you happen to just be watching this and it was the first one you saw, you'd be like, oh, okay, these things are all new to me.
Right.
But watch something that it does better. Anyways, all right. Bye.
Bye.